Hey guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitars Ready Hero song tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Good News by Shaboozey, which is a great country tune. For the basics, you'll just need a guitar and standard tuning and a capo on the first fret of your guitar. Now, if you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to check out guitarsreadyhero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you're fairly new to guitar and you're looking to build a strong, solid foundation, but you don't know where to start, then be sure to check out the Guitars Ready Hero Premium course and membership, which gives you all the guidance to play with confidence. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Let's jump into the lesson. Okay, let's start with the intro, and there's two lines of chords here. We're going to start off with a G chord. This is a really lazy G chord. We're just taking our ring finger, putting it on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. And whilst you're doing that, you're lightly touching the 5th string. So you can lightly rest over the 5th string to have that muted and just strum up to the 2nd string. So that's our G chord. Now the next chord is the G6 sus4, and we're going to take our index and middle fingers and put them on the 1st fret of the 2nd string and 2nd fret of the 4th string. That's G6 sus4. These two chords are contained within one bar, and this bar has 6 beats of music. Now the strumming pattern is going to go like this: down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now the point at which we change to the G6 sus4 is on that upstroke, and on that upstroke we're going to hammer these two fingers into place. So upstroke, and then after you do that upstroke, hammer into place. And together with the full strumming pattern. Down, down, up, down, up, and then we lift our index middle finger, go back to our lazy G chord for 2 regular bars of music, and the strumming pattern here is just down, down, up, for 2 bars. So the first line of chords. For the second line of chords, again, this first bar covers 6 beats of music. Now we have an E minor, like that, then a D/A. This actual chord has a much longer name, but I'm just going to call it D over A for simplicity. Ring and pinky fingers on the 5th frets of the 6th and 5th string, middle finger on the 4th fret of the 4th, and index finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So we have that D/A, and then we move this shape down 2 frets to a C over G. Now each of these chords is just played for 2 beats with a down, down, up. So down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then we end back with our G for 2 regular bars of music. So the second line of chords. And that's it for the intro, which sounds like this in total. Next we get to the verse, and there's 3 lines of chords here. Now the first line of chords is the same as the first line of chords in the intro. We've already learnt that, but it's played through twice now. For the second line of chords, we have our G, but then we're going to a D/F sharp. So take our index and middle fingers and put them on the 2nd fret of the 6th and 3rd string. We just sort of focus on the heavier 4 strings here. Now the strumming pattern here is going to be down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And then we change on the highlighted strum that you see below. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we go to an E minor chord for 2 regular strumming patterns. So the second line of chords. And the third line of chords is the same as the second line of chords in the intro. E minor, D/A, C over G, and then G for 2 bars. So that's it for the verse, which sounds like this. So in the first verse, that chord progression is just played through twice. Next, we get to our chorus, which is nice and simple. There's 2 lines of chords here. We have E minor, C, and then our lazy G. Those 3 chords are played with our regular down, down, up strumming pattern For the fourth bar, we go G to our D slash F sharp. Those two chords are just played for 2 beats each with a down, down, up. So the final bar and the first line of chords in total. Now, if you want to add a little embellishment here, you can with the C chord. You can start with the middle finger lifted, and on that first down strum, hammer your middle finger into place. Like that, and it will sound like this in total. That line of chords is played through 4 times. Then the second line of chords is the same as the third line of chords in the verse. The E minor, D over A, C over G, and G for 2 bars. Then we have a second verse where the chord progression is just played through once. And then there's a pre-chorus break here. So this is just 2 bars of D over A before we move into chorus number 2, which sounds like this. So pretty simple. Then there's a solo instrumental section. I'll teach you a lead part you can play later on, but for the rhythm, it's just the first line of chords of the chorus played through 4 times. Really nice and simple. Then there's the final chorus, which is very similar to the other choruses. There's just one little change here. The second line of chords after that G chord, we're just going to put our hand on the string, so mute it for that final bar. So the second line of chords. And then we jump back into the third line of chords, which is the same as the first line of chords, played through twice. And then the final line of chords is the same as the other choruses. Nothing new to learn there. The outro has E minor, D over A, each played with a down, down, up. So, and then we go to C over G with a full bar of music here. Usually the C over G after the D over A is played with a short bar, but is played for 2 beats. But here it's played for 4 beats with a down, down, up, down. So the first line of chords. That's played through twice, and for the third line of chords, it returns back to normal, where we're just playing that C over G for a short amount of time. So down, 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 and then we end with a G chord. So that's the outro. If you want to see it in context, go to the playthrough at the end of this lesson. But now I'll teach you a lead part that you can play in the instrumental section. There's 4 lines of tab here. We only really need to learn 2 lines though, because the third and fourth are more or less just repetitions of the first and second line of tab. So we're going to start off with the 2nd fret of the 1st string and hammer on to the 3rd, and then back down to 2nd. That starts on the 3 beat, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then we take our ring finger, hit the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, slide up to the 5th, and then we have a 4-note run. 3rd fret of the 1st, 5th fret of the 2nd, 3rd, and then end on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. So, and so far. For the 3rd bar, we're going to go down to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, hit it and hammer onto the 4th, and then a 4-note run here where we go 3rd fret of the 2nd, 4th fret of the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then open 3rd string. So this bar in total. And then for the 4th bar, we hit the 2nd fret again and hammer onto 4th. And hold that out for the rest of the bar. And then for the final bar here, we just play the lead-in notes again. That's it for the first line of tab. For the second line of tab, the riff starts off very similar. So we have that slide from 3rd to 5th, the 4-note run. But then we're going to go down with our middle finger to the 2nd fret and slide up to the 4th fret instead of hammering on. So slide, and then we have a 5-note run here. So 3rd fret of the 2nd, back to 4th of the 3rd, 3rd fret of the 2nd, 5th fret, 3rd, and then we end on the 5th fret of the 4th string. And from the 2nd bar. Hold that out, and then for the final bar, it's those lead-in notes again. And the second line of tab. The third line of tab is basically the same as the first line of tab, just without the lead-in notes. And then the 4th line of tab is basically the same as the second line of tab, just without the final 3 notes. I'll just play through the first 2 lines of tab, but if you want to see the full thing in context, then go to the playthrough at the end of this lesson. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are all the parts you need to learn. So now I'll be doing a full playthrough of the song and I'll have a vocal track on top for some context. Feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go.
Someone told me living is something lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Stairs like singing these rules. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this lesson, then I know you'll absolutely love these other lessons too. So hit the link here, or if you want to grab a copy of my free guitar ebook, then head over to guitarzerotohero.com or click the link here. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.